The Black Dahlia case is one of the most infamous and notorious unsolved crimes in the history of the United States. It all began on the morning of January 15, 1947, in Leimert Park, Los Angeles, California, when a woman named Betty Bersinger was taking a walk with her 3-year-old daughter. As she walked down the street, she noticed what she initially thought was a mannequin lying in the grass near the sidewalk. In today's video, we will be showing you the Black Dahlia case. Without further ado, let's begin. Upon closer inspection, she realized that the object was, in fact, a naked and mutilated body of a young woman. The woman was later identified as 22-year-old Elizabeth Short, who would go on to be known as the Black Dahlia. The condition of Short's body was gruesome and horrific. Her corpse had been cut in half at the waist, and her mouth had been slit from ear to ear, creating a ghastly, unnerving smile. Her body had been drained of all blood, and there were numerous cuts and lacerations all over her body, including deep gashes on her thighs. The police quickly launched an investigation, and the media frenzy surrounding the case was intense. The name Black Dahlia was coined by the press, and it quickly became one of the most sensationalized and widely covered cases in the history of American crime. Despite the intense media attention and the massive police investigation that followed, the case remained unsolved. Numerous suspects were interviewed and investigated, but no one was ever officially charged with the crime. Some of the suspects in the case included a wealthy oil tycoon, a doctor who had been obsessed with Short, and a local gangster who had allegedly been involved in the mutilation of other women. However, none of these leads ever panned out, and the case remained a mystery. The investigation into Short's murder was led by Los Angeles Police Department detectives Harry Hansen and Finnett Brown. They worked tirelessly to try to solve the case, but they were hampered by a lack of evidence and a confusing array of possible suspects. One of the most promising leads in the case came in the form of a mysterious package that was sent to the Los Angeles Examiner newspaper. The package contained several personal items belonging to Short, including her birth certificate and photographs of her. The package also contained a series of letters that had been cut out for newspapers and glued to a piece of paper, which spelled out a taunting message to the police. Over the years, there have been countless theories and speculations about what may have happened to Elizabeth Short and why someone would have committed such a heinous crime. Some have suggested that she was involved in the seedy underworld of Hollywood and that her murder was related to a botched drug deal or other criminal activity. Others have suggested that the murder was part of a larger pattern of ritualistic killings, or that it was the work of a serial killer who was never caught. Still, others have suggested that the murder was simply the result of a random act of violence committed by someone who was mentally ill or unstable. Despite the many theories and speculations, the truth about what happened to Elizabeth Short remains unknown to this day. The Black Dahlia case has become a symbol of the dark and mysterious side of Hollywood, and it continues to fascinate and intrigue people around the world more than 75 years after the crime was committed. The package was sent to the newspaper by someone who claimed to be Short's killer, but the identity of the sender was never determined. The letters in the package were analyzed by experts, but they were unable to determine the identity of the person who had written them. Despite the lack of evidence and the failure to identify a suspect, the Black Dahlia case remains one of the most well-known and studied cases in the history of American crime. Numerous books, movies, and television shows have been made about the case, and it continues to fascinate and intrigue people around the world. So guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.